is the first. I rode my skateboard to Kettleman City, if you can believe it. Yep. I ran out of gas 2 miles short. I don't know why. The little gauge was just above E. I'm like, I'm gonna make it. So I had to skateboard here. Unfortunately, I've already eaten my lunch. No need for In-N-Out Burger. Now I need a gas can. Hopefully I'll get lucky. Please fill up your tank before you run out of gas, people, so you don't have to ride your skateboard to Kettleman City. What's the most important thing? The most important thing is always have your longboard with you at all times, people. You never know. Something's gonna happen. And you're gonna need it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, apparently I didn't learn my lesson last time. This happened to me not too long ago. I was just like on the phone with one of my kids, all excited talking to him. Next thing you know, 2.5 miles short of Kettleman City. Whew. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully this all goes down well. And you ever see a guy in an orange shirt, possibly but not always, wearing a sombrero on a skateboard with a gas can on the front of his board? And you know who it is. It's probably me. There's always a good side that comes out of everything, right? So far, I've found 2 of them. You never guess what that is right there. That's people throwing their good earned money out the window. Maybe they didn't earn it as hard as I do. And that's why they that's why they threw it out. But that's the second one I found. I'll show you the first one. It was much prettier. See if I can reach in my pocket and find it. There it is. Found another one, look. So far the gas cost me 15 bucks, but I've recovered 50 cents so far. My grandpa always said, if you look down, you'll find money. He was a man of very few words, but they're always extremely poetic. So, you know, just keep looking down. Maybe you'll find some money. Yeah, I'm trying to look on the bright side. Come on, guys, help me out here. Whoa, going a little too fast. Good news, it's downhill. Bad news is it's a little too steep. But the good news is I figured a new way, the best way I can find so far to transport 2 gallons of gas on your skateboard, and that is between your legs, just like that, right? Just gotta watch oncoming traffic and be ready to bail, you know, and duck and run, duck and cover. This is gonna be a big gush of wind coming up here. Woo! 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 Oh, there it is. Feeling it. So, yeah. It could be worse, I guess. Well, the event hasn't completed its progression yet, so let's see. Hopefully it won't turn worse. Like having to dodge the concrete and hitting that guy. Whoa! It is kind of a rush, you know? It's not as scary as big wave surfing, but a little bit. So I have more good news. Something that occurred to me earlier, but not when I was running my camera. The good news is the pavement is really smooth. Yeah. That really makes transporting gas on your skateboard much easier. And you know, there's pros and cons to facing the traffic that can kill you. One is that if you see something coming that looks life-threatening, you can try and get out of the way. You got a chance. If you're going away from traffic, well, you just have to trust everybody on the road to not kill you. And that's what I did on the way in. But I'd rather be facing traffic so I can see what's coming. And you might think this is dangerous, and it is. It's really dangerous. But it's not much more dangerous than those guys that ride their bikes. I'm talking bicycle on the side of the road, you know, like on 55-mile-per-hour country roads where there's semi-blind turns and who knows what kind of person driving. Often in the wine country. What do you think the people are doing in the wine country that go there that are driving? That's right, they're drinking wine. And you see these memorials on the side of the road all the time. When someone gets wiped out on their bike on the side of the road, it's a 1-paragraph article in the back of the paper. If somebody gets as much as nibbled on in the ocean by a shark, nibbled on, it's worldwide news. So you tell me which is more dangerous. What I'm doing right now is actually less dangerous than the guys on bikes in the country roads with 55 miles an hour in curvy roads in the wine country. Because I have a chance of bailing out. Those guys don't. That would terrify me to death. But anyway, I don't recommend this. The other good news is that it appears to be all nice downhill grade all the way up. Wait. Gotta fix it right here. This. Right there. 1 foot there, 1 foot here. Gas in the middle. It's all downhill from here. I should be able to coast all the way to the van. In fact, I can see the van now. So, you can just enjoy the view, the beautiful San Joaquin Valley. Hopefully it doesn't get so steep that I gotta do some speed wobbles to slow down, some S-turns. Anyway, the van is way up there, and it's all downhill, baby. We're almost there. Nothing bad has happened yet. Cross your fingers for me. So if you're wondering, I do have AAA, but the way I figure it, it might be like an hour before those guys come. Now, I was only 2.5 miles away, and I own a skateboard. So I figure, let's get the show on the road, get this done ourselves right now. I've heard people say that if you never face adversity, you're never gonna grow up. In this case, like, you'll never become a man. Of course, that applies to women too. I don't know what you call that, but becoming a woman or a man. You can't just like sit under the shade house under mist. You know what I mean? You leave a plant under mist for its whole life in a shade house, the plant will look beautiful. It will have faced no adversity. But that plant had the perfect temperature, perfect moisture, no wind. Life was easy and perfect, right? Well, we all know that's life. Life really isn't like that. So a plant that faces adversity, that was grown in the sun and the wind and the rain and all the natural conditions out there that are so harsh and unforgiving, ends up being an infinitely tougher plant. You take a shade-grown plant out of the shade house, put it in the real world, it'll just melt and die. You take a plant that was growing out in the beating sun, it's not going to look pretty to begin with. It's going to be really hard to kill though. So every time you deal with adversity, I want you to think about that. Okay, remember, I've already made 50 cents, right? 2 quarters I found. I just made $1, a clean $1. Probably like $1.20. Whoops, sorry. Full zoom. There's 20 cents and there's $1 right there. It's got a little damage on it, that's too bad, but I'll still reuse it. Better that this container go home with me than pollute our world. I'll get one more use out of it, and I won't have to. Actually, these things cost more like I think $3 brand new, but we pay $1 for used ones. So if you have used 15-gallon containers, haul them down to Golden Gate Palms, and we'll pay you $1. That way I won't have to find them on the side of the road. All right, back to my pilgrimage. The most dangerous part of the day is coming up. I don't have any cones, but look what I found on the side of the road. Look, right here. Some sand in a bucket, get something colorful, put it right in front, and hope they get over a little bit and they don't execute you on the side of the road while you fill up your fuel in that very dangerous zone between the vehicle and that white line. This will be sketchy to say the least. So it's really good, people, to pull over to the other lane when you see somebody on the side of the road. Let's see how nice people are. This guy's not nice. Look, he can pull. Oh, there he is. He's pulling out. Yeah, good. Thank you, sir. Woo. All right, he knows how to do it. All right, let's see if I can get some fuel in this thing. Get on the road. Mama said there'd be days like this, and there's been more than she said. Another pro tip, once you get your fuel inside your vehicle, you want to wash your hands off, but you don't have any water. Just use dirt or sand. It works great. Get all that fuel off, it sucks it right up. All right. We are back on the road, party people. Back on the road. So there's always bright side, right? $5.99, that's the bright side. So the last place I was at where I bought my 2 gallons that I shuttled down the road on my skater was $7.27. So let's do the math here. 25 gallons for like $1.28. It's like 38 bucks, right? Yeah, so anyway, we saved some money there. So that's the bright side. Remember, there's always a bright side. You just got to find it. I didn't make any mention of this, but it's not like it was a very cool day out when I was riding my skateboard an hour ago. Anyway, why is this guy taking so long? Come on, buddy. Let's go home. Let's go home. It's time to go home. Let's go home.